Hi, let's discuss data flow analysis. All the optimization depend on data flow analysis. Whether it is local optimization or global optimization, all optimization is based on data flow analysis. Data flow analysis derive information about the flow of data along program execution path. How we are executing in the same way it will flow the data. The control flow graph tells us about the possible execution path. The edges refer for execution path. How the edges are there in the same way it will execute. We may define execution path or just path from point P1 to point Pn to be a sequence of points P1 to Pn such that I equal to 1 to up to n minus 1. Either there will be 2 points, either it can be first or second. So what is your point? Program point. Execution path, that is called as a program point. Before every statement it will consider one point. After every statement it will consider another point. It can be either first one or second one. First one, Pi is the point immediately preceding a statement and Pi plus 1 is a point immediately following the same statement. Means let it be Pi and another point is Pi plus 1. Then there will be execution path if Pi plus 1 immediately follow Pi, or after Pi next point is Pi plus 1, then there will be a execution path. Next, second point, Pi is the end of some block and Pi plus 1 is the beginning of successor block. Let this is one block and here the point is Pi and there is another block, here the point is Pi plus 1. So it is saying Pi is end of some block, this is end of some block and Pi plus 1 is beginning of some block. And there is a edge, it is a successor block. Let this is block 1, this is block 2. After block 1, block 2 is there and Pi is the point at the end of block 1 while Pi plus 1 is the point before block 2. Then we will say that there is a execution path. So there will be execution path if it is the next statement or it is end of some block and there is a edge to the beginning of some other block. Then we will say there is a execution path. Let's see one example. This is a control flow graph. Here 1 is a program point before this statement and 2 is a program point after this statement. Before every statement and after every statement there will be a program point. Let's do data flow analysis on this control flow graph. There are 4 blocks, block 1, block 2, block 3 and block 4. According to this point 1, there should be execution path if Pi is a point immediately followed by Pi plus 1. Means from 1 to 2 there is execution path, from 3 to 4 there is execution path, from 5 to 6 there is execution path, from 6 to 7 there is execution path, from 7 to 8 there is an execution path. Then according to second, Pi is the end of some block and Pi plus 1 is the beginning of successor block. Means from 2 to 3. 2 is the end of this block while 3 is the beginning of this block. Or you can say from block 2 to block 4. 4 is the end of this block while 9 is the beginning of this block. So there is a execution path from block 2 to block 4 as there is a edge from block 2 to block 4. So from point 4 to point 9 there is a execution path. So what is the shortest execution path? Shortest execution path is 1, 2, then it will reach 3, 4, then from 4 it will go to 9. So that is the shortest execution path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So after this what will be next shortest path? 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After 8 it will go to program point 3. Then 3, 4, after 4 it will go to program point 9. So next shortest path is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 9. First time at program point 5, the value of A will be 1 due to statement D1. So this value first time will be 1. Next time A value will be 243. Then again next time this A value will be 243. So in subsequent iteration D3 is the next definition, value of A is 243. This is a small control flow graph, so that's why we are able to find the execution path. There can be thousands code, for that we cannot find all possible execution path. Okay, it is not possible to keep track of all the programming state for all possible path. So what we will do, we will not keep track of entire state, rather than we just abstract certain detail, keeping only the data we need for the purpose of the analysis. What is required for our analysis, that information we just gather. We don't need to keep track of all the execution paths. If we just want to know a value, then we don't need to keep track of all execution path. We can say at point 5, a value will be either 1 or 243 according to D1 definition or D3 definition. The definition that may reach a program point along some path is known as reaching definition. Like at program point 5, this a value is 1 due to this reaching definition. I will discuss detail about reaching definition. Then suppose we are interested in implementing constant folding. If a use of the variable x is reached by only one definition, then we can simply replace x by the constant. Like suppose for a, if a value is only 1, then we can replace this a by 1. But suppose there are more than one definition. If several definitions of x may reach a single program point, we cannot perform constant folding on x. Like for this a, there can be two values, either it can be 1 or 243. First time it will be 1, but after this loop, next time it will be 243. So there are multiple definitions for a. In that case, we may simply describe that x is not a constant instead of collecting all their possible value or all their possible definition. We can say a is not a constant as its value is changing. First time it will be 1, second time it is 243, next time it will be 243. So we can say a is not a constant. If there are multiple definitions, we cannot do constant folding. We cannot replace value for this. So what type of information you want to gather, according to that we can abstract certain detail that is required for our analysis. Like suppose you want to find value of a, then we can say it can be 1 or 243 according to definition D1 or D3. If you want to do constant folding, then we'll say this a is not a constant. If there is just one definition, we can replace. If there are multiple definitions, then we'll say it is not a constant. In next lecture, I will discuss data flow analysis schema. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thank you.